Hey guys, I'm Tom,
And I'm Lauren.
and we have the website expatswithcats.com. Today we're going to talk to you about what it took for us to take our two cats and all of our stuff and relocate our entire lives to Bangkok, Thailand from New Jersey in the United States. So one of the hardest parts about making the big move was actually making the decision to do it. We weren't happy in New Jersey. We knew we wanted to leave, but we were still up in the air with where we wanted to go. We knew that we wanted to eventually move to Thailand and kind of see the world and travel, but it seemed unreasonable. It seemed unlikely. It seemed like there were just way too many roadblocks that would get in the way of that. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we did was we sat down one night. We sat down with a pen and paper and we just figured it out. We did this exercise that I really liked that came out of Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Work Week, where I just listed the worst possible scenarios if we did this, the most feared things that could happen, worst case scenario, and then you look at like how could you solve each of those problems and is it worth the risk to do it. So in the end we decided to do it.
So initially, one of our obstacles that we had to overcome was figuring out what we wanted to take with us and what we wanted to get rid of. And essentially, we knew we couldn't take most of our things with us since we were traveling across the world. So we had a lot of things that we had to figure out whether we wanted to just throw it away, sell it. We wanted to try to obviously sell as much as we could to add to the money that we could take with us when moving. So we started selling our things on Craigslist, through Facebook groups, through the online yard sales, which was actually one of the best options that we found.
Mm-hmm.
Where else did we? eBay. And after that, it was just donating a bunch of stuff and then throwing the rest out because, like I said, we can only take so much with us. So.
Yeah, it was really, really difficult at first. Lauren actually wrote a great article that you can see on our website. I think it's titled "Why Getting Rid of All Your Crap Isn't That Bad." For me, it was exceptionally difficult because I do recording. I do video. I do a lot of this stuff that is very technologically based. So I'm really tied to my toys. I like getting new cameras. I like getting new microphones. And I mean, the studio that I had before, it was like I spent so much time building up like this kind of dream home studio set up with a giant recording console and tons of outboard gear and microphones and stuff. And then finally just being like, that was the number one part on my list of like the problems, the negative was, wow, you're going to lose all your stuff. But it got really easy. I kind of challenged myself and started living a little bit or working a little bit more minimalistically, where I took my laptop and headphones and I went to Starbucks and said, can I work here for a day? And once I did that, I was like, I can do this. Like, it's really, like she says in her article, it's not really that bad. And you'd be amazed at the things that you find when you come here. Like, I could remember the first big joke obviously was everybody thought we were going to live in a grass hut, which is not the case if you've seen any of our footage from like the malls and stuff like that. But I remember having, illegitimate fears of not being able to find certain things when I got here. Like I have to bring my lights. I have to bring, this clothing. I have to bring this, and that. I mean, we went to Cambodia and I bought this Abercrombie shirt for $2.50. So it's like there's obviously things like clothes and toothpaste and stuff like that. So you tend to overlook that stuff and overthink it. But yeah, I'd say preparing for it was a little tough. There was a lot of things that had to happen budget-wise. But I think that the biggest obstacle was just getting over that fear. That's my number one, I'd say, takeaway from this video, if you were to watch it, is to get rid of that fear. Kind of don't worry about the things that could possibly go wrong, because almost anything that could be solved, because that's going to be the number one thing that kind of holds you back from doing travel.
Yeah, and it's also scary to think of maybe leaving a job that you've been in for a long time or selling a vehicle if you choose to do that. That's what I actually chose to do, is sell my car and leave my full-time job. And once I put in my 2 weeks notice for my job, it was just like after that, it started to really sink in that we were leaving. And it was like a little bit scary, but at the same time, it was just more exciting. And I was like, wow, this is really real now. And I'm not going to have to sit at this job anymore. I'm going to be able to go and just explore the world and see new things. And it's really, really cool. It's initially scary, but it's so well worth it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it to anybody.